Welcome to the Taiwan language episode, a podcast of learning and insights in Mandarin and Taiwanese. I'm your host, Yasmin. Last week, I shared a story about the moon, one that many of us in Taiwan grew up hearing. The story of a man who stands under a tree swinging his axe again and again. If you've listened to that episode, you might remember how you felt. A little heavy, a little tiring, maybe even a little frustrating. Because no matter how hard he tries, nothing seems to change. And for the longest time, I had a very simple reaction to that story. I thought, why didn't he just stop? Or even more directly, why is he so foolish? But now I started to question that thought. Is he really foolish? Or is he just human? Growing up in Taiwan, we are often encouraged to work hard, to keep going, to not give up easily. These are good values, and they've shaped how many of us approach life. But at the same time, I've noticed something in myself. I don't stop, not because it is working, but because I don't know what else to do. Have you ever had that feeling? You keep trying, you keep pushing. You tell yourself, maybe just a little more effort. But deep down, something feels stuck. Still, you continue. Because stopping feels uncomfortable. Because we've been taught the effort always leads somewhere. But what if that's not always true? What if sometimes effort is not the answer? That thought felt strange to me at first because it almost sounds like giving up. But the more I reflected on it, the more I realized it is not about giving up. It is about understanding. In the story I shared before, we often focus on the action, the repetition, the endless effort. But we rarely stop to ask a different kind of question. What if the real message is not about how hard he tries, but about what he doesn't see? That question stayed with me. Because when I looked at my own life, I started to notice similar patterns. Times when I worked harder instead of thinking differently. Times when I kept going even when I wasn't sure why. Times when I confused being busy with making progress. And I wonder, maybe the story is not trying to show us a foolish man. Maybe it is trying to show us a mirror. Next week, I want to explore this idea with you in a deeper way. Not by retelling the story, but by looking at it from a different angle. What if the man under the tree is not someone to judge, but someone to understand? What if his actions reflect something we all do quietly in our own lives? In the next Chinese episode, I will share a reflection that has been lingering in my mind for a while about Wu Gang's story. If you are curious, I would love for you to join me. And if you are a study guide subscriber, you can also download the guide in advance to explore the key ideas, vocabulary, and reflections before listening. Before we get there, let me leave you with one question I've been sitting with. Is there something in your life right now that you keep doing, not because it works, but because it's what you are used to. Alright, so that wraps up what I wanted to share today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks so much for listening to this preview. This episode gives you a sneak peek of next week's Chinese episode, where the full story will be shared along with the rich storytelling, culture insights, and the local phrases you will not get from just this preview. You can also download the study guide and read through the full Chinese script of next week's episode ahead of time. It might give you a fresh perspective when you listen to the story later. The study guide also includes vocabulary, grammar tips, culture notes, and extension questions, giving you everything you need to explore the story more deeply. I hope today's preview sparks your curiosity and gives you excited for the full episode next week. If you enjoyed this episode, I would be grateful if you could leave a 5-star review on your favorite platform and share it with your friends. It really helps more people discover this podcast. You can also support my work by buying me a cup of coffee. Every little bit helps me keep creating language learning resources for you. Stay tuned next week. I can't wait to share it with you. See you soon.